We all know Sunyo is a rich kid with a handsome face, but he's really short. He's always worried about it, so he asked Doraemon for help. He wanted to borrow the wish hammer from fairy tales to make himself taller. But Doraemon thought there was no need to be upset about height. Sunyo figured Doraemon was just saying that because he didn't have the wish hammer. How dare you claim to have everything in your pocket? You're nothing but a fraud. Nobita witnessed this scene. Doraemon then explained he actually did possess the wish hammer. Nobita immediately grabbed Doraemon, determined to reclaim their lost dignity. Doraemon clarified that this wish hammer was unique. It couldn't fully grant wishes. Then he demonstrated it to Nobita. Shouting he wanted dorayaki, he swung the wish hammer wildly, but only a single coin fell out. The two headed to the shop with their 10 yen, but it still wasn't enough for dorayaki. Doraemon told Nobita to wait a moment. Suddenly the coin slipped from his hand and rolled away. Nobita and Doraemon hurried after it. The coin hid under a cabinet. They moved the cabinet to search. Unexpectedly, the cabinet's owner thought they were there to help. Under the homeowner's direction, they started moving the TV. Soon, they had moved all the furniture outside. The homeowner invited them in for tea and dorayaki. Though they got to eat dorayaki, it tasted less delicious now that they'd worked so hard for it. No longer tasted as delicious. Next, it was Nobita's turn to use the wish hammer. He shook the hammer vigorously, shouting that he wanted pocket money. But after shaking for ages, nothing appeared. Then someone called out to Nobita. He ran over holding an envelope. He said there was 1,000 yen inside, along with a letter. He insisted Nobita take it, then left without looking back. Nobita opened the envelope and found the money inside. The letter explained he'd accidentally broken his game console, and this 1,000 yen note was compensation. Nobita was furious. He'd waited in line forever to buy that console. This wish hammer was such a ripoff. Just then, Jian was kicking a ball. Unexpectedly, it hit Nobita squarely in the face and bounced into someone's yard. Nobita was furious. He confronted Jian, asking if it was on purpose. Jian blamed Nobita instead. If your face hadn't been in the way, how could it have bounced back? He then demanded Nobita accompany him to retrieve the ball. Nobita suddenly said he had an idea. Doraemon explained to him, just swing this hammer and it will grant your wish. Jian warned them not to trick him. He then began swinging the hammer and wished for the ball to return, but nothing happened. Jian thought they were playing a joke on him. Just then, an old man came out carrying the ball. He was looking for someone named Okada, as the name was written on the ball. Jian dared not admit he was Okada. He hurriedly tried to shift the blame onto someone else. But then the teacher appeared. Jian felt trouble brewing. The teacher called out to Jian. Jian's face turned purple with fear. The teacher scolded Jian angrily. Why didn't you answer when I called you? Jian had no choice but to admit it was him. Now he couldn't deny it anymore. The old man complained to the teacher, your student smashed my bonsai with a soccer ball. What's worse, he won't even admit it. The teacher listened and grew furious. He demanded of Jian, what's going on here? Jian got scolded by both the teacher and the old man at the same time. He scooped up the ball and ran home. The teacher and the old man kept berating him. The soccer ball eventually ended up back in Jian's hands, but the whole process was such a hassle. Nobita suggested to Doraemon that they should put the wish hammer away. Their conversation was overheard by Suneo. Suneo said, don't you guys have the wish hammer? Nobita kindly warned him against using it, but Suneo wouldn't listen. Growing taller was his greatest dream. Just then, Jian stormed over. Seeing trouble brewing, Nobita and Doraemon turned and ran. Suneo kept muttering about growing taller, waving the hammer wildly. Unthinkably, it slipped from his grasp. It smacked Jian square in the face. Suneo spun around and was utterly terrified. Jian, furious after pulling the hammer away, grabbed it and smacked Suneo right on the head. A huge bump instantly formed on Suneo's forehead, followed by a smaller one. Nobita measured it with his hand. Sure enough, he had grown taller, but what a price to pay.